Students, welcome to Accountancy class. I am NARSIMULU, commerce teacher. In this video, I am going to teach you cash book. This topic is important for intermediate students as well as degree first year students. So here you need to listen it carefully and you try to understand the things I will cover in this video. See, cash book. Under this topic, I will explain you introduction, a meaning, features, proforma of a cash book. So all these things I will explain in this video, and it is important for you, and you have to understand everything that I will explain in this video. Cash book. What is cash book? Cash book is one of the subsidiary books. So what are the subsidiary books? So there are total 8 subsidiary books, namely purchase book, sales book, purchase returns book, sales returns book, cash book. Here 5th one, cash book, and 6th bills receivable book, 7th bills payable book, and 8th journal proper. There are total 8 subsidiary books which are maintained by the business organization. So one of the subsidiary books, that is cash book. In the given list just before what I have explained, total 8 subsidiary books. In that, the 5th one, cash book. Okay, cash book is one of the subsidiary books we can go to say. And here, what is the importance of the cash book? Why do we maintain the cash book in the business organization? So here, the importance of the cash book is that to record all cash transactions of a business organization. Here we use cash book as one of the subsidiary books in the business organization to record all business or cash business transactions or cash transactions of a business organization in this cash book. Okay, simply we can go to say what is cash book. Cash book is the book in which we are going to record all cash transactions of a business organization, and here we are going to record all types of business transactions. So all types of business transactions are include 1, cash receipts and cash payments. So whenever we receive the cash from outsiders, then that is called cash receipt. That should be recorded in the cash book. Similarly, cash payments. Whatever the amount we pay to outsiders, that is called cash payment. That should be recorded in the cash book. So, cash book. In the cash book, we are going to record all cash transactions. Okay, students. Here, cash transactions include cash receipts and cash payments. So, the business organization, all cash transactions are recorded in the cash book. Cash transactions are included here, cash receipts and cash payment. What is cash receipt? So, whenever we receive cash from outsiders, then that is called as cash receipt. And similarly, cash payment. What is cash payment? Whatever the amount we paid outsiders, so that is called cash payment. So these cash transactions are recorded in the cash book. Okay, student. So, and here one more point you can go to understand that by preparing cash book, we can come to know the cash in hand at any given point of time. So we can know whatever the cash balance we have in the business organization by preparing cash book. Okay, so here what is the cash book? Introduction and meaning means here cash book. Cash book is one of the subsidiary books in which we are going to record all cash transactions of the business organization, and cash transactions include cash receipts and cash payments. So here all these information we record in the cash book, and we can go to find the cash balance at a particular period of point of time. So at any time we can go to know the cash balance in the business organization by preparing cash book. And here I told you that we are entering all cash transactions in the cash book. Cash receipts can be entered in the debit side of the book. Debit side of the book we are going to enter all cash receipts, and credit side we can go to enter all cash payments. So debit side we can go to enter cash receipts, and credit side we can go to enter cash payments. At last we can go to find the cash balance in the business organization. Okay, so now come to understand this cash book is also called as primary book, or we can say first entry book. Why we call this book as a primary book or first entry book? That is important, we have to understand here. We call it as a first entry book just because we recording all cash transactions first time in the cash book, so that's why we call it as first entry book. It works, or it acts like a journal. It acts like a journal in the business organization. So we call it as a primary book or first entry book. And here one more thing, this cash book is also called as final entry book. This final entry book. Why cash book is called as final entry book? Because whatever the transactions we record in the cash book is like a journal, or we can say ledger account. So the cash book looks like a ledger account. So all features of a ledger accounts cash book has, so that we call it as a final entry book. The cash book is called as final entry book because all the transactions that we record in the cash book are as a ledger posting, as a entries in the ledger we recording, so it is called as final entry book. So one thing we have to understand here, the cash book acts dual role. The cash book acts dual role as a journal and as a ledger. For that, this cash book has unique features. Okay, so here the cash book is also called as primary book or first entry book, and it is also called as final entry book. I have explained why the cash book is called as primary book or first entry book and final entry book. I hope children you understand the meaning and purpose of the cash book, why we maintaining in the business organization. Okay, now come to see some of the features of the cash book. So cash book has some features. So what are the features? See, cash book features. First one, cash book always shows the debit balance. First point, that is cash book shows debit balance. This is the first point, the first feature of a cash book, or the first characteristic feature of a cash book is that cash book shows debit balance, or we can say the cash book begins always with opening debit balance. Okay, so here sometimes it shows credit balance when we do our business transactions through bank. So then if we take any overdraft from the bank, then the cash book shows the credit balance. This is the exceptional case, but generally, normally in the business organization, cash book shows debit balance, or it begins with debit balance. Okay, now come to second point. It acts as a journal. It acts as a journal and as a ledger account. So here second feature of a cash book is that it acts as a journal and as a ledger account. Okay, it is the second feature. Just before I explain you why it is called as a journal, because journal is the book of primary entry, first entry, book of primary entry or first entry. So in the same way, we recording all cash transactions first in the cash book. So it is called as a journal or the book of primary entry. And come to next one. And here it is also called as a ledger account. So the cash book looks like a ledger account. So all the features that as a ledger account, it possesses all the features of a ledger account. Right. Come to next one, third point, that is here all cash receipts can be recorded debit side of the book. Here all cash receipts can be recorded on debit side of the account, and all cash payments can be recorded credit side of a cash book. So it is the third feature of a cash book. What is the third feature of a cash book? All cash receipts can be recorded debit side of the book, and all cash payments can be recorded on the credit side of the book. Okay, and fourth one, we can come to know the cash balance at any point. We come to know cash balance at any point of time. So we can know the cash balance in the business organization by preparing the cash book. So these are the main features of a cash book. What are the main features of the cash book? Here cash book shows always debit balance, or it begins with opening debit balance. And come to second one, it acts as a journal as well as a ledger account. And third point, all cash receipts can be recorded debit side of the cash book, and all cash payments can be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. And fourth point, that is we come to know the cash balance at any point of time. Okay, these are the main features of a cash book. Now you can go to see how we are going to prepare the cash book, proforma, a proforma of a cash book. How we are going to prepare the cash book, you can go to see. Here I already told you cash book is like a ledger account. So when we say it is a ledger account, it must have two sides, one debit side, another is credit side. Okay, see, the proforma of a cash book. See, it's proforma of a cash book. So debit side, credit side. Debit side, there are 4 columns: first column, second column, third column, fourth column. Okay, so it is the debit side, and this is the credit side. Debit side, there are 4 columns. First column is meant for debt, second column is meant for particulars, third column is meant for LF number, fourth column is meant for amount. So there are total 4 columns. First column is meant for debt, second column is meant for particulars, and third column is meant for ledger folio number, and fourth column is meant for amount. And come to credit side of the cash book. Same, date, first column, second column, particulars, and third column LF number, fourth column amount. So there are 4 columns on the credit side of the cash book. First column debt, second column particulars, and third column LF number, and fourth column amount. Like this we can go to prepare the cash book proforma. Okay students, I hope you understood the important points under this topic, that is cash book. So cash book, in this cash book chapter you understood the introduction and meaning of cash book and features of cash book and proforma of a cash book. Okay students, I hope you understood all the important points related to cash book. Thank you for watching this video.